In this module, we will talk about the physical development of high school learners. So of course, we have prior knowledge about this topic and experience nato ang pagiging high school, and we have also experienced ng pagiging adolescent ng stage of puberty. Maong kabalo ko makarelate mo ani nga topic. Adolescent along physical development with focus on the major changes factors of puberty. We will talk about the early and late physical maturation and identifying dangers and opportunity for the growing teenager. Adolescent is a stage of human development that coincides with puberty, a biological development occurring at the average age of 11 for girls and 12 for boys. Here's the factors that contribute to early puberty and delayed puberty. So, unsay mga factors nga nakaka-contribute or nakaka-apekto? For example, yung isang bata is sayo na dalaga, ug nay usa ka bata nga late na na-experience ang pagdadalaga. So first is the heredity or nasa genes na ng kanilang pamilya, which is inherited from their grandparents to their parents and to the kids itself. Second is the diet. Siguro kulang ang isang bata ng nourishment, nutrition, or vitamins na kailangan ng katawan para magawa ang katong ilahang function. So maybe yung cells kulang ng energy or kulang ng nutrition, kaya slow yung maturation ng changes sa ato ang body. Third is exercise. So, need ng exercise para gumalaw-galaw yung mga muscles natin para madali yung pagtanggap ng signal from the brain or to the hormones, to the cells, to the part of certain body itself. Fourth is the socio-environmental influence. Maaring impluwensya ng kapaligiran kaya early siya naging dalaga. Siguro may mga example, mga pagkain na maaari niyang nagkukos or nagkukontribute sa kanya maagang pagdadalaga at pagbibinata. Kasi nga yung mga pagkain sa panahon ngayon is full of chemical which is may contribute that may hasten the hormones para maagang magdalaga ang isang bata or delayed niyang ma-experience ang stage of puberty. Early and late maturation in adolescent accompany the cognitive and socio-emotional development of adolescents. So, in the part of the body or our physical, there are physical changes to take place into our body, also the cognitive or the mind and the emotion itself will also take its transition or nagmature sa ang paghuna-huna or emotion sa usa ka bata. So the teacher has the responsibility to guide and support each learner in their high school years. So this is one of the responsibility of teachers. Mao ang mga teachers ang murag tinahasan na mo guide or mo support or mag-facilitate sa iyang mga learners. Kay ang teacher permi ang kauban sa mga bata within a day. Kay ang parents manggod, di ba makauban na nato sila pag weekend sara, moray time nila sa ato mao ang teacher gyud kinahanglan sila para mag-guide sa ilang estudyante when they experience this kind of changes in their high school years. Adolescence, a period of transition in terms of physical, cognitive, and socio-emotional changes. The specific ages for puberty period vary from person to person, but early adolescence characterized by puberty ages 11 to 12. So, diri ana na-experience yung unting-unting pabagbago at the age of 11 to 12. And middle adolescents may meet identity issue at ages 14 and 16. So, dito na nangyayari na yung masasabi mo na girl ba ako, boy ba ako, bakla ba ako, tomboy, or bi ba ako. Yung rainbow, dito na nakakurious yung mga bata kasi I guess first factor that bakit they felt those things dahil sa paligid nila. Socio-emotional also socio-environmental changes or factors sa kanilang pag-iisip. Kaya they have asked those questions, ano ba ako? And last, late adolescence marks the transition into adult at ages 17 and 20. So, dito na na-experience ng pagiging adult, which is you can accept responsibility. Dito mas nabibigyan ka na ng trust kasi nga you're in the time of transition into adult at age 17 to 20. Pwede ka na magtrabaho. So, ito yung mga changes, but it varies from person to person. May mga bata or may mga adult naman or mga adolescent naman na at the age of 17, hindi pa matured ang kanilang pag-iisip. Kasi nga, siguro hindi pa masyadong na-apply nila sa sarili nila or ano pa sila sa pamilya nila. Nang gasalig pa. What are the physical development with puberty? First is the physical appearance. Second, rapid rate of growth. Third, resultant feeling of awkwardness and unfamiliarity with bodily change. Na-experience na nila yung unfamiliarity sa kanila that took place into their body, like bakit lumalaki yung dibdib, bakit nagkakabok yung kilikili, bakit may mga lumalaking pimples, bakit nagkaka-pimples from baby face to adult face. They are more unfamiliarity with the bodily change that took place into their body. So next is the alternation in sleeping habits and parent-adolescent relationship, possibly accompanying puberty. So, nag-change din yung sleeping habits. Imbis na nung bata tayo, pinapatulog tayo ng tanghali, sa gabi pinapatulog tayo ng maaga, pero ngayon hindi na masyadong natutulog sa tanghali at matagal nang matulog sa gabi. Dahilan ng pagbabad siguro sa gadgets or nagbago na ang routine sa pagtulog. So, yun yung mga changes that took place when a person goes into its puberty stage. However, parents should facilitate these changes para naman maintindihan ng mga teenager kung ano nangyayari sa kanila, bakit ito nangyayari, and how to cope up with those changes positively. So, what are the puberty changes that took place when a person reaches its puberty stage? So, first is their hormone flooding. During adolescence, cause an acceleration known as growth spurts or pagtubo. Growth spurts include a change in body dimension, like paglaki ng ulo, paglaki ng mata, paglaki ng bibig, ng ilong, ng dibdib, ng muscles, ng baywang, ng legs. Yung body dimension lumalaki. Ang tawag doon ay growth spurts. So, while spurts in height or pagtubo ng height commonly based on trunk. So, nakabase yung height natin when our trunk grows and not the growth on legs. Hindi siya nakabase sa pagtubo ng legs, however, on trunk itself. So, for girls growth spurts begin at 10 to 11 and a half years old, and slow but continual growth still occurs after those ages. So, mas maagang na-experience ng mga girls ang growth spurts or mga some changes sa kanilang pangakatawan, while boys begin at 12 to 14 years old and slowly declining at age 15 and a half, while slow and continual growth occurs afterwards. So, mas nagiging visible din ang growth sa mga lalaki when they reach the age of 12 to 14 and unti-unting humihina at the age of 15. Humihina siya pero tuloy-tuloy yung changes after those years. Like, for example, nung elementary ako, may kaklase akong lalaki na maliit. At nung nag-high school kami, mas malaki na siya sa akin ngayon. So, wag tayong mag-judge kasi may possibility talaga na mag-change ang isang tao. Growth spurts. 98% of adult height is generally reached at age 16 for girls, while at age 17 for boys. So, nagiging visible na daw yung pagtubo ng body dimension when a girl reaches the age of 16 and a boy reaches the age of 17. So, mas nakikita na yung changes sa pangangatawan. Growth in height is conditioned by stages in bone maturation. However, in height naman, nakabase siya sa bone maturation and also nakabase din siya sa age, and also sa bone maturation, nakabase sa nutrients ng body, because hindi magmamature ang bones kapag hindi enough yung nourishment or nutrition or vitamins na kailangan. Kaya masasabi din natin na may mga pandak, matatangkad, pero hindi naman lahat yun. May mga, inheritance yun na pandak sila, na matangkad sila. However, most commonly sa bone maturation po talaga, and all muscular and skeletal dimensions appear to take part in growth spurt during adolescence. So, hindi lang po sa height, however, mga muscles din lumalaki. Yung Adam's apple, yung abs, yung mga muscles ng mga lalaki, muscular and skeletal dimensions. So, factors affecting development. So, first is hormones are powerful and highly specialized chemical substance that interact with body cells. So, hormones, sila yung nag-interact sa body cells para mag-signal sa isang particular part ng ating katawan para mag-change. Para sila yung hormones, yung leader, at yung body cells, sila yung parang utusan. And then, hormonal changes in hypothalamus and pituitary gland signals the entire process of sexual maturation. So, sa sexual maturation, hypothalamus and pituitary glands found in our brain. So, sila yung nagsisignal sa sexual maturation ng isang teenager or adolescents. So, the process of hormonal changes in hypothalamus and pituitary. First, the secretion of gonadotropic hormones by the anterior pituitary at the base of the brain near the geometric center of head. So, sinisekret or parang binibigyan niya ng signal yung gonadotropic hormones. Second, the gonads, which are the ovaries for the female and the testes for the male, are then stimulated by the gonadotropic hormones, turn stimulating their own hormones. So, yung gonadotropic hormones, sila yung nagtitrigger sa sexual changes or mga reproductive organs ng female. Ovary for female and testes for male. Yung gonadotropic yung nag-stimulate sa kanila, turn stimulating their own hormones. So, sila yung parang vitamins ng ovaries at ng testes para mag-change. Third, this stimulation causes the secretion of testosterone in the male sex organ and of estrogen in the female ovary. So, sila yung nagko-contribute or sila yung dahilan kung bakit nagiging visible or doon na mag-start yung testosterone sa testes ng male and the estrogen in the female ovary. In males, testosterone stimulates male characteristics comprised by spermarchy, enlargement of the testes gland that produces sperm in the scrotum, growth of the penis male organ for copulation. So, nag-enlarge na yung testes gland that produces sperm sa scrotum, and nag-grow din yung penis ng mga lalaki. Second is the capacity for ejaculation of male sperms. So, tumataas din yung capacity ng male sperms. So, third, facial hair development or beard growth and continuing growth of pubic hair. So, alam na natin to and alam ng mga lalaki ang ganitong changes. Fourth, the lowering of voice caused by enlargement of the larynx and double lengthening of the vocal cords. So, dito lumalaki yung kanilang mga boses or lumalalim dahil ito sa mga changes na nagtutok place sa mga kalalakihan. In girls, estrogen triggers the beginning of the breast enlargement or paglaki ng dibdib, appearance of public hair, widening of the hips, paglaki ng hips, and menarche or first menstruation. Elevation of the female breast is the first external sign of puberty in girls, right? Yung sumasakit yung dibdib, kaya dapat nagsusuot na ng baby bra. Dahil nga, this is the first sign of puberty sa girls, accompanied by growth of the uterus and vagina. And girls achieve menarche beginning age 11 until age 13. There are ethnic differences such as African American and European American girls exhibiting secondary sex activities as early as 8 and 9 years, menarche as early as 11 and 12 years. So, mas maagang nagdadalaga at nagbibinata ang mga African and European Americans kaysa sa mga normal o kagaya ng mga Pinoy, 11 and 12 years old, talaga kadalasan na sila ay na-experience na yung mga changes or puberty stage. In spermarchy for boys, the need to discharge semen mixed with a sticky fluid produced by the prostate gland occurs periodically. Discharge of semen occurs during sleep caused by sexual dreams. It may also occur during conscious manipulation of the male sexual organ known as masturbation. So, alam na natin ano ang pahiwatig nito. Masturbation is strictly prohibited by religion. However, science regards it as a normal phenomenon unless it becomes a habitual aberration that may affect confidence in heterosexual boy and girl relationship. So, normal lang daw ang pagpapalabas ng semen for boys. However, it should be done periodically and not habitually. So, the secular trend, a phenomenon of more rapid physical maturation during this century. So, in 1800, first menstrual period at age 15 to 17. So, parang sa atin, late na ito na na-experience ang first menstrual or menarche sa 1800s ng mga kabataan. Pero ngayon, boys reach maximum height at age 18 to 20 and 13 to 14 for girls. So, unti-unti na parang nagiging early ang edad ng mga bata when they experience the physical maturation. Factors affecting the secular trend or a process from kid into adult into a late adulthood. First is the interaction of genetic and environmental influences. So, ito yung factors na maaring sa environmental influences. Kaya, there is a secular trend or changes in physical maturation. Second, improve healthcare and living conditions. So, maaaring improve yung healthcare or there are more sufficient healthcare or living a certain person. Kaya na-experience nila yung normal na pagbabago sa pangangatawan. So, third, control of infectious diseases. So, hindi sila or basta-basta nila na-experience ang mga infectious diseases. And last, the better nutrition. They have more nutrition kaysa sa mga, di ba may mga bata na lesser nutrition, kaya at the age of parang mga 15, para silang 10 tingnan kasi they have lesser nutrition than a person na mayroong improved healthcare and living. Kaya talaga nakadepende ang physical maturation ng isang tao sa kanyang parang estado sa buhay. Isa doon. However, yung iba ay parang sa genes na or inheritance ng pamilya.
So good morning everyone. Once again, our topic is Pacifica development of a high school learners. So my part is the sexual identity. Sexual identity. Adolescence is a time of sexual exploration and experimentation with sexual fantasies and realities of incorporating sexuality with one's identities. So, para sa adolescents, dira mag-active ang atong curiosity and makakonduct tag experimentation. Adolescents are concerned about their body image, sexual attractiveness, how to do sex, and the future of their sexual lives. Most adolescents manage to develop a mature sexual identity, but a number go through it with much confusion. Kaya po daw sa adolescents, magsugod daw ilang insecurities sa ilang lawas o concern na sila sa ilang traits when it comes to their personal body. Some people are anxious about sex and their hormones. So, how do adolescents develop a sexual identity? An adolescent's sexual identity involves sexual orientation, activities, interests, and styles of behavior. Some adolescents are very anxious about sex and sexual active. Others are only a bit anxious about sex and are sexual inactive. So, nadyo mga orientation na ginahimo ang to know what is adolescence, like anang orientation, activities, interests, and ana. Then, sexual orientation in a person's tendency to be attracted to people of the same sex, homosexual orientation of the opposite sex, heterosexual orientation, or both sexes is bisexual orientation. Naiuban tao nga anxious when it comes to their gender because dili sila sure kung what sex sila. More on gender confusion siya diri nga when it comes to gender, big deal daw kayo ni because naay uban tao nga bi and straight. Just like I said, more on gender confusion ni. So, naisa ka, dali nga, wala na ko napi sa PPT, at ako na lang siyang basahan. Why does an adolescent develop a specific sexual orientation? As a matter of great debate, it may boil down to the same issue of nature versus nurture. So, when it comes to sexual identity daw, kay daghan jud daw kaayo og kanang gender when you reach adolescence. Freud then proposed a model for the development of homosexual identity. First is sensation mark, by the child's becoming aware of same-sex attraction. So this is when a person starts to get attracted to the same sex, kanang like sa lalaki to lalaki. Then second, identity confusion. When the youth is overwhelmed with feelings of inner turmoil regarding sexual orientation. So, this is when a person get overwhelmed to learn their identity. Third, identity assumption. When adolescents come out of the family and assumes a self-definition as gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender. So, this is when a person assumes about his identity and ipakita niya sa iyang family like iyang behavior and be accused na gay siya or tomboy ba siya, ganun. And fourth is commitment. When the young adult adopts a sexual identity is a lifestyle. So, when an adult accept i-accept na to he or she as in her and his identity. So, being an LGBT person means daw nga naay mga lain-lain reasons for being one. And being one will be persecuted and be discriminated by people. Self-esteem, a major aspect of identity formation during the period of adolescence is self-esteem. A major formation of adolescence in high schooler daw is to build a self-esteem. The self-esteem is defined as one's thoughts and feelings about one's self-concept and identity. Means that your mind and feelings are in mutual understanding or concluding one's identity. Baseline self-esteem is stable across adolescence but a barometric unstable. Self-esteem may fluctuate rapidly to cause severe distress and anxiety. So it says daw nga self-esteem is stable or balanced when ma-reach na ang age, but it can cause severe stress and anxiety. Girls enjoy self-esteem through supportive relationship with friends or others who can provide social and moral support. In contrast, boys are more prone to assert independence in defining their relationships, deriving self-esteem from their ability to successfully influence others. So girls enjoy self-esteem because sila yung mga friends and na makasupport to boost your confidence. And also sa lalaki, independent or better than woman, may own understanding din sila. The lack or romantic competence, a failure to meet the affection of the opposite sex, can be a major contributor to low self-esteem in adolescent boys. The lack of person's romanticism is kanang makakause og negative turn off to the opposite sex and can be damage a boy's low self-esteem. In Mayer's study, the end of a romantic relationship can affect both boys and girls, but girls are twice as likely to experience depression, while boys are 3 to 4 times more likely to commit suicide. So according to Mayer's study, when a relationship is broken, both sex will get hurt. So ang girls na ay 2 times masakatan, and sa boys, four times siya ma-damage or most affected on the relationship is kanang mag-commit na din sila suicide. Education for childcare, education, and parenting. To meet the physical development of adolescent children, parents need to be aware of manifestations of behavioral patterns that require closer communication, guidance, and support. The teen is especially addictive to modern gadgets for music listening, video games, mobile phone communication, and social media posting. These activities cause shorter sleeping time that may contribute to increased levels of daytime drowsiness, sleeping problems, and depression. In school, teachers need to be aware of the possible from and self-esteem among adolescent learners. The teacher support is crucial to protect adolescent learners against severe distress and anxiety over their schoolwork and social relationship. So, parents, teachers, ug learners are very important to observe sa usa ka tawo sa ilahang behaviors because they can have great influence on teaching to teach the right and wrong in this world. So adolescents and nutrition. It is necessary for adolescents to have sufficient amount of vitamins, B12, calcium, zinc, iron, riboflavin, and vitamin D. The vegetarian fad can be disastrous to adolescents who need vitamin, mineral, and protein, which purely vegetable diets can provide. Vegetables are good, but this should be balanced with food intake that from high quality nutrition, including protein sources in milk, dairy products, and eggs. Poor eating habits is manifested by often skipping meals, frequent taking of snacks foods like hamburger, fries, pizza, soft drinks, and etc. Or in the fast food eateries. Pag mo reach daw to sa atong adulthood, kailangan na nato mga vitamins, Kaya sa matong calcium, zinc, and iron. So, it's recommended jud na mo take og vitamins labi na nga mag-grow neta. We are recommended to take many gulay, vegetables, and nutritions so to help them grow. Next is the body image and the adolescence. Last one. Consciousness about body image is strong during the adolescence period. It is important that adolescents feel confident about how they look, but the physical features of the human body or facial looks like body size, color skin, etc. depend on genetic heritage which must be respected. However, there is more to body image than physical looks, and this concern good habits in relation to like cleanliness and grooming, proper wearing of clothes according to current styles, erect body posture, eye contact while communicating, and decorum, good form and confidence, and decency. So, pasabot ni sa kini nga stage is a person is more conscious sa iyahang looks, kung unsa naman iyahang color sing skin, ganon. And it is important to be confident on how we are. That's all. Thank you.